Hello, my friends, and welcome. I hope you're doing fine. And today we will do the next exercise of Exercism. It's called high scores. Let's go. So, high scores, as you see, I've already done it, and I'm recording again because, some, let's say, technical difficulties. All right. Nevertheless, let's see what we need to do. All right. So let's read the instructions. It says manage a game player's high score list. You start. Your task is to build a high score component of the classic Frogger game, one of the highest selling and most addictive games of all time, and a classic of the arcade era. Your task. Okay, so Frogger. In case you don't know, I'll show you what Frogger is. So if you go to Wikipedia here, you see this is the game picture, and this is basically the game. And yeah, it's a very old game. It's a 80s, I think. 81. So yeah, and some people like this game, like it was one of the highest, the greatest video game ever made. It says here. Because it was easy and everyone could play this, no matter what age, gender, whatever. So yeah, that was the thing, kind of Flappy Bird thing. Yeah. So if you want to to try this out, there's a web version of that. So Steve, nothing's happening. Yes, whatever. So it's in frogger.ee. They have different games here, so a lot of old games. Flappy Bird is there, Super Mario is there, Pac-Man. So basically how the game works is you are this frog, and you need to... I don't know if you hear the sound. You need to cross the street. I'll need to... Yeah, so you cross the street, you go... Well, that was really close. Yeah, so you go here. So basically that's Frogger. Only for you to see that how Frogger works. But it's not important for us, okay? I just want to show you. Okay, so I'll close both of these. Let's go back. So what we need to do. Your task is to write methods that return the highest score from the list, the last added score, and the three highest scores. So we need three things. We need first the highest score from the list, then the last added score, and the three highest scores. Okay? Sounds easy enough. Believe me, there are some tricks. So let's open, So let's open the terminal. All right, and let's do this. Probably it will send error. I need to put force in there. I think I can put it here as well. Yeah, because it already exists, and yeah, I need to rewrite it basically. All right, cool. So let's copy this and go there. So let's see, everything is there. Yep. Okay, so let's open this first and open... No worries, you cannot see it. I need to put it here. Okay. So let me delete this. It didn't rewrite it somehow. I don't know why. So let me rewrite this one. All right. So basically, if you get this file, it's empty. It has only the class as usual. Okay. So let's have a look what we have in test file. All right. So now a tip. Basically, forget about this. Yes, they say what you need to do, what you need, what they're looking for, but they are looking for much more than only this one, right? So if you solve this by your own, you will see that they are looking for other tests than it is mentioned. But we'll do a step by step, okay? So let's go through this and see what they want. So basically, we have two groups, or two group tests. The first is testing the high scores, and the second one is the top three scores. Okay. So the first one, it gets a list of scores. All right. So what does that mean? So we are looking for scores. So this scores is what is called? Yeah, an object of that class. So we have this class, and you see we give it already a parameter, so which we need to basically to create a constructor, take that parameter and store it somewhere. And then we have scores, so that's the name of the method that they are looking for, or it should be a variable, yeah. And then it should give back the same result as they put it in. Cool. So let's do that first. Let me copy this. Go here. Let's delete this. And then let's say class high scores. All right. So how can we do the constructor? So basically, a constructor is defined by, you just copy the name of the class, and then you put whatever you want in this brackets, and then basically that's it, and that's the empty constructor. That's the generic one. If you want to say, okay, you can put parameter whatever inside that, you can do it here. So you can name it whatever. Okay, so we are saying that there's a variable, it's called scores, here. And we need to have to say scores, tell me your values. Okay, so basically we need to name it scores. So copy, go back here, scores, basically scores. And what is scores? We need to define it here. So it should be, if you go back, it should be something like, it's a list of integers, right? So it's a list of integers. It's called scores. Oops. All right, cool. So we get an error here. So basically we need to tell class here that this one is called by this one. So this is the same one. How can we do that? We can say this. So this refers to this one, and then basically puts whatever lands in here as a parameter, it gets stored here. Okay, so basically that's our first task done. So let's test it. So we say print, let me copy this so I don't need to type everything. So basically we say high scores, and then we put whatever we want inside here, and then we say dot scores. So basically that will return the value that is stored here, and the value that is stored here, it comes from here, right? And this one is this. Okay, kind of messed up somehow, but yeah, cool. So you see we have the value of this. It's the same things. Cool. So first task done. Done. All right. So let's check the second one. Test latest score. So this one is when we need a method called latest, right? Here's latest. Let's copy that. And latest showed us the latest score that is put in this list. So in this case, it's 30. So we get 30, right? What are we expecting, right? We're expecting an integer. So because it's one digit. So it's an integer. And then, yeah, let's put that together. So we say int latest, and then, so how can we do it? So basically we take scores, we take this, we say dot, there's something called first, and there's something called last. As easy as that. So we put all of this in here. So basically that's all we need to do. Cool. So let's test this. Let me copy this. Basically the same parameter as here, but we say dot latest method. It should give us 3. So let's see. Perfect. So second finished. What is our third? Personal best. Okay. So let's have a look at that. So personal best is, it goes through the list and just get the best score, so the highest score basically. Okay, so in this case here, it is 100. So it's not 70, it's not 40, it's 100. 100 is the highest score. Okay, so how can we do that? Basically we can do, think about it this. We can go through the list and say, okay, we can use map and fold and whatever, so things that we used already, but we need to sort the list in the next task that we need to do. So basically here, top 3 scores, it's all sorting the list. So what if we just create a method that sorts the list for us, and after that we can do a lot of things with it, right? Because basically, how can we solve the this exercise? We can sort the list. If you sort the list, you get a list. This list basically 40, 70, 100, and then you say first sort the list, and then take the last digit, last value or element that's inside there, right? So let's do that. So we need here list of int, and let's call it sorted sort list. So because this method sorts the list, and then we can do it like this. So scores dot. So we need to do it to list, unfortunately. So to list, and then we say dot sort. All right. So we get some errors. Why? Because sort, for some odd reason, give us void back. And I don't understand that. So if you give it, if I have a list of integers and I give it to this method and say, please sort this list, it should basically give me a list back, right? This is what I the same list. For example, if I give it a list of strings, it should give me a string of list back, right? But this doesn't do it. How can we solve it? Well, after a long search, it's double dots. What double dots do is basically go through the list and create a temporary list and then sort everything in that list. So basically now you have sorted list, but it's a new list. And we store that list in a sorted list, basically. Okay? Or we return it in this case, and we store it somewhere else. So this is how you can solve this problem. Okay? I will list, I think I have, let me see. Yeah, I think we did this already, the cascade method, but I will put it in the description so you can have a look at it and see how this works. So I will not explain it. It's basically, I did explain it. So it's like you get it creates a new list, and sorts everything in that list, and then you can store that list. Okay, basically that's all of it, or what it does. Okay, cool. So we have now a sorted list, and now what we can do is int, what's the name? Personal best, and now we can say sorted list, because that's what we need, the list sorted, and then we say sort list, not sorted list. All right, my bad. Dot. Cool. So we take the last one because it sorts from left to right. Now it should say what we have here, 121, right? Cool. So let's test that. All right. So personal best, sorted list, 121. All right. So I'll repeat a little, like what we did now. So basically we took this list here and we sorted. And if you sort the list, you have 3, 12, 14, 33, 21. So basically this list sorted from a small number to a big number, from left to right. So we have 121 as last one. Okay. And then you just say, basically take the last one because it's the highest number. Cool. All right, so let's go on. Now we have the top 3 scores, and now the fun begins. It's not that bad. Okay, so we have this list, and we need the top 3. So basically we need to go through the list, and then just take 100, then 90, and then 70. So these are the highest numbers. Remember I told you we created this method called sort list, and now it becomes handy because how can we solve this? Of course, there are different ways to solve it, but the easiest way is to sort this list, okay, to sort it, and then just to take the last 3, right? So basically this is how can we do it. So now thing number 1 that they didn't tell you. If you see here, you see that it's kind of reversed, right? So usually when you sort a list, you get the small number on the left and it goes higher. So you have the highest number on the right. But they reversed it. So you need to be careful, and you need to be aware of that, right? Okay, so basically what we need to do now is to sort the list, to reverse it, and then to take the first three, not the last three. Okay. So let's do that. Sorry, let's go back. It's called personal top three. Let's copy that. And sorry, let's go back. I'm too fast. So it gets a list of integer. Okay, so we say a list of integer, and it's called personal top three. All right. Cool. So what did we say? We said that we need to take the sorted list, right? Sorted list. So now we have this list sorted. We need to reverse it somehow, right? There's a method called reversed. And then we need to take the first three. How can you do that? Dot. It's like speaking English. It's that easy. But as usual, you don't have it that easy. So basically it's like plain English. Sort the list, that's the method what we did. Reverse the method, take three. So take the first three. If you go here, you say, it says, it takes the first three. So here it says the value of type iterable int can't be returned from method personal top three because it's a list of integer. How can we solve that? That's also easy. We say to list. And now we solve the problem. Okay, cool, right? Of course, we can say this is an iterable of int, and then we need to change some things here, but the easiest way is to put it into list, and that's it. Cool. So let's copy the this one and put it here. So basically, we have the same values, and then we say personal top three. And we should get 121, 33, and 14. Yep, perfect. Cool. We're cool until now. So we said we need to sort the list first, then reverse it, then take three of it. And then we got a conversion error, so we put it to list. All right, so let's see what they say. So personal top three when it's a tie. So when it's a tie, your program shouldn't care. Okay, so let's do that. Let's run it. So we need to have 40, 40, 30, right? Yeah, perfect. So our program doesn't care. So now this one, this one, it says personal top when there are less than three. So if you have less than three, then we will have a problem, right? Because we said here, take three. And what happened if you have only two? Let's try that out. So basically, if we have only two, let's run it and see what's happened. Oh, it works. All right. I didn't expect that. I got error before. So is it a new version of that? Maybe. All right. So it didn't care. Cool. We run it later in the test file of them, and then let's see if we got an error. So personal top three if there's only one. So let's delete this. Let's see what happens. 40, cool. So latest score top. So first top three. All right. The rest of it is like do this first and then do that. Do that first and do that. So let's try to put everything in here and see if it works. All right, let's put this all in false. Okay. All right, so save. Let's take this, put it in here, save it. Let's get our terminal. Cool. So let's clear this and run dart pop get dependencies. Cool. And now let's run the test. Let's see if it works. That will be interesting. It works. Because when I solved this one, it didn't work. So I got error because it was like only two elements in that list, two values. So basically what I did, I said, okay, if it's smaller than 2, then do something else. Okay, but basically, but somehow it works perfectly. So there you go, even better. I like the solution more than the other one because it's it's shorter. Cool. So this is how you solve this exercise. And let me see your face. So cool. So this was shorter than I thought. If you found value in this video, please give me a like. Show me with a sub in my channel. And I see you next time. Steve out. Ciao.